Good evening. Thanks for joining us for the news at 10. In the 11th hour, Governor Brad Little signed Senate Bill 1309 into law. It bans abortions after about 6 weeks of pregnancy.
This legislation is modeled around a similar ban recently passed in Texas. Idaho's law would allow the family of the preborn child to sue an abortion provider for at least $20,000, and they can do so within 4 years of the abortion. Today's news inspired both rage and, of course, applause from people all over the country.
Although he backed the bill, even Governor Little expressed concerns. He believes the civil enforcement mechanism of this new law will, quote, be proven both unconstitutional and unwise. Our Tristan Lewis shares reaction from clinics that are impacted by this new law that's going into effect in a month. Tristan, we've got to ask you, how did they react to the governor's comments?
Yeah, Brian and Morgan, Planned Parenthood Alliance advocates say at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how Governor Little feels about this bill, he still signed it. They believe he's responsible for putting hundreds of Idahoans out of reach for safe abortions. But while they say this creates more problems, other groups feel this is a step in the right direction.
Governor Brad Little's decision to sign Senate Bill 1309 into law, which would ban abortions after about 6 weeks of pregnancy, is seeing praise.
Women deserve better than abortion, and babies deserve better than abortion. Every child has the right to live.
And criticism from groups across the Gem State.
This is going to have a chilling effect on providers here in Idaho.
The bill is modeled similarly after Texas's abortion ban. According to the Texas Health and Human Services Commission, abortions in the Lone Star State fell about 60% within the bill's first month.
We are anticipating a similar outcome here in Idaho as well.
Pro-life medical clinics in Idaho, like Stanton Healthcare, believe this bill will help women with unexpected pregnancies discover alternative resources to an abortion.
The women that we see in our clinic, 90% of them who are seeking an abortion or considering an abortion report feeling pressured by someone they trust. And so it's just incredibly important to give them the support that they want, because no woman wakes up in the morning and wants to have an abortion.
However, groups with Planned Parenthood say this new law will hurt more than it would help. Leaders with the group say their doors will still stay open.
We're committed to helping our patients in Idaho get the care that they need. We're going to continue to provide critical healthcare services and educational resources.
Even if that means looking at neighboring states for help.
Which I do want to stress is like absurd to even hear myself saying that we are talking about a law that is forcing Idahoans to flee their home state to access healthcare, but we're here to help them if they need us.
And now this law is set to go into effect in 30 days. There is an exception in cases of rape or incest, but women in that situation have to file a police report and present it to the medical provider before an abortion. But Brian and Morgan, a lot of critics of this bill say that is pretty hard to do alone.
Yeah, this is monumental, Tristan. They've been working on this for quite a while. Last legislative session, passing another bill similar to this.
And there's talk also of seeing it in court sooner rather than later, but that also requires somebody to be a party of this. And so we could, as you said, 30 days from now, we'll see if something happens after that.
Yeah, you just gotta imagine just how a lot of people are feeling after just hearing about this and seeing all the impacts today.
Yeah. All right, Tristan Lewis, thank you.